Hello YouTube, this is Denoxkun speaking once again, and I'm gonna review yet another anime that I haven't reviewed yet here, and I'm gonna be reviewing starting from Polar Bear Cafe episode 29, and I know that I don't think anybody else is reviewing Polar Bear Cafe episode per episode, so I guess I'll be one of the first to do it now, since the series is, every episode is pretty funny. Anyways, I'm gonna review the first episode, the first part of the episode, because every episode has like two segments. The first segment has to be with Panda getting promoted. Like, we find Panda Bear in Polar Bear Cafe, and they were talking with Polar Bear and Penguin and Sasako that he found a job that he only has to work once a week. And I'm like, Panda, you're so lazy, seriously. And he's working first at a car dealership, and you know what he does? Like, he doesn't know anything about selling cars or anything, and yet they hire him anyways because he's a cute panda bear. Yes, and then they're asking some questions on some technical specs, but he was saying, "Can you ask me another question?" And he's like, "Okay, like what?" And then he says like bamboos and sleeping or stuff like that. And then Panda was sleeping on top of a car, and then the boss of Panda at that time, he was like, "Oh, he's so cute." And then just by Panda sleeping there, he's like, their sales are going up because they see a cute little panda bear, and then and it seems that the car is like quiet, it's more quieter because Panda's on it. I don't know, really, it's just crazy. And then there's a second job that for some reason Panda quit that job even though they were doing well, and he decided to go to another job. And it's a job that has to do with computers and like sales and stuff like that. Try to do some sort of database, I guess. And then like he told the panda, this is what you gotta do on the computer. That he sleep and he accidentally click on the mouse, and then they sold thousands of units or whatever what that thing was. Yeah, Panda. Panda is the only person I know, is the only thing I know that could be lazy and it could be successful in life. And he can actually lay back, And later on I'll tell you how unfair that is. Anyways, then there's this third job that Panda was in. They promoted him to CEO of a company. Wow. And then, Panda was telling this to Penguin and Polar Bear and Sasako, that he's a CEO and everything. And then his agent that came in the Polar Bear Cafe, he told Panda, to go. And you know what he does in the CEO? He just, plays around like a panda bear. So, the requirements for a panda to be in any job, including in this harsh economy, be lazy and be cute. That's it. That's the only requirement. Penguin does the same thing. He gets batch on. Oh, poor Penguin. Poor Penguin. He sleeps on top of a car hoping that he gets the same attention. It seems that Penguin's jealous of Panda now. I feel sorry for Penguin. Anyway, the second segment of this episode of Polar Bear Cafe, episode 29, is all about Penguin pretty much. How he wants to fly and everything, and Panda, Polar Bear, and Sasako, they were all giving Penguin suggestions on how they think it's good for him to fly. Like, Sasako was like, holding Penguin's hand, imagining it was flying, and then Penguin denied it quickly. And then I think that Panda put like a fan in back of the Penguin, hoping it could fly. And then like Polar Bear, I think he put like a couple of fan on his hand. Just frying pan, just heat up the campfire, I guess. And then he waved it a little bit, and then the campfire light up, and Sasako and Polar Bear were like, "Yeah!" And they were like hurraying for that. And then Penguin was like, "You're just using me to do that." And then, after all this confrontation, all the failedness, even the owl that was sticking his claws on top of Penguin's head. Yeah, you clearly Penguin has no eyes, and he still covers his eye in some part of the episode. Yeah, but he has eyes. It's just not shown. So yeah, that's like you grab Penguin's head by the claw, you fly up, and he's like, oh my god, in agony, ah! And yeah, he has red all over his head. No blood. No, there's not a bloody show. But if it was realistic, yeah, he would have had blood all over his head, Penguin. And then the last thing that they did when Grizzly, before that thing happened, Grizzly showed up and they were asking him, "Can you help Penguin fly?" And then he said, "Oh, that's easy." He grabbed Penguin, wah! He threw it up in the air. He was screaming for his life, and then bah! He fell to the ground. He said, "Oops, I guess that's not what I meant, Grizzly." And it's like, "Oops, sorry." And then after that, they did the last thing when Polar Bear tied a rope to a basket. He told Penguin to go in, lay face down on the basket. And then, Penguin see he was a little frightened and stuff at first. And then Polar Bear was pulling the rope so he could go up in a tree branch. So, Penguin could see like a whole view, like if he was flying, and then he was flapping his wings on the basket. I thought that was a pretty touchy moment. But then after that, the end of the episode, poor Penguin, once again. Yeah, they were all in Polar Bear Cafe. Everyone besides Penguin started Grizzly, Polar Bear, Sasako, and Panda. And, they forgotten that Penguin was still there. And then Penguin over there saying, Can I get down now? And he's like, really, he cannot get down from there. And then Sloth, the really slow Sloth, he came and said, I'm going to get you. 100 years later, most likely. Sloth is slower than Turtle, most likely. Anyway, that was a pretty good episode of Polar Bear Cafe. What do you think of it? Hopefully that people can actually watch this because, this is probably one of the most enjoyable reviews I have done so far. Anyways, pretty soon I have to do a review on Robotic Notes, Episode 2. Tomorrow I got B-Toon. Saturday I got Sword Art Online. And Sunday I got Maggie. So, I'm gonna be quite active here. So, hope you stick tuned for the next review. Take care, God bless, and stay cool.